What time? Hey, hi. We're just doing some work outside. Don Theo. Hi. You love it. Hi. Thank you very much. We're just doing some work outside on the TL. So we're just getting some stuff together. How you guys doing today?
So I had a friend of mine tell me he had a green original Xbox that was running real funny and he had difficulties getting it to work. In this video, you will see how to refurbish an original Xbox as well as install a new hard drive, install new capacitors, change thermal paste compound, upgrade IDE wire, and maybe a couple more tips. Stay tuned. Alright, what do you know, what do you do, what do you say, my YouTube viewers? Retro Pro Frank with another installment, and today I have this beautiful Canadian Crystal version Xbox here. A friend of mine brought it to me. He actually saw some of the work I've done, and he said, hey Frank, I have a modded Xbox here that's green. It was modded a long time ago, and for some reason it just stopped working one day. He said, you mind helping me out and hooking me up, getting my system all back up and running? I told him, yeah, no problem, bring it by. So that's exactly what he did. He cracked it open. I did all this to save some time on the video, because you guys don't need to see how to take an Xbox apart. If you do, there's lots of videos for that available online. But anyway, so we're going to be replacing the thermal paste compound. Now I use Arctic Silver number 5. You guys can use anything you guys want. In my opinion, anything's better than the original gunk that comes from the factory when Microsoft put it on, nearly 18, 19 years ago. So we're going to freshen up the thermal paste compound for sure. Now, the hard drive that he brought here was actually completely kapooched. He wanted me to try to save the hard drive. I hooked it up to another system. Even in this system, I can tell right off the bat. So this is actually the hard drive here. It was a Western Digital 120 gig. It says some code over there. I don't know. 7200 RPMs. 8. I don't know what 8 means. If it was done on 8.
Yeah, guys, thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're just taking a break and relax.
So this hard drive's had it completely. So
anybody have any questions or any concern and they want to talk about stuff, you talk right here. Don't be shy, guys. Good to have peace. Guys, I got a nice peace in my life.
Make sure that there's no dead sectors or any funny monkey business going around with these hard drives. So, that's a tested 500 gig hard drive, and that was actually another system. It's already all set up and everything there too as well. But in order for me to install this hard drive onto this board, because that last hard drive was lost to this board, I had to hard mod the system. So I mean, you can see right there, the connection that I already had to make. I already tested the Aladdin. I need to reflash this Aladdin actually too, because right now is what it came with. But so I was able to get into the system, not a problem, using this mod chip. That's not an issue at all to get in there and to upgrade the hard drive and everything now that that's done. And I must say, this is a 1.4 board. It has Focus video chip in the back there. I must say that this is a lot easier, and I've done a lot of these too with mod chips as well. But this method on this version revision Xbox is a lot easier to work with than the 1.6. There's no rebuild involved at all. So pretty much all you have to do here is drop in the header, solder the other side, Bob's your uncle, DO to ground, and you're ready to go. Once everything's all set up and the hard drive is locked in the system, I can always remove this, go back in, ESOP the onboard WinBond chip right there, and then remove the mod chip. But you know what, the mod chips don't cost that much, especially with the Aladdin, so we're just going to leave it on, and it's always going to be active. So yeah, so pretty much that's how I got past all the security and everything like that. Use the mod chip, get past all that. But when I had this bad boy out, I noticed, if you look at the capacitors here, you can see, I'm looking at these three right here. They're just starting to bulge. See the one on the left? You can see it. There's a good shot for you. You can see it bulging. Even the middle one's bulging, and the far right one is actually flat. But we're going to replace all three. See that bulging? Now this is what a new capacitor looks like, or one that's in good health. Okay, whatever focuses. There we go, right there. So that's what a new capacitor looks like. See how it's flat on the top, a little bit convexed in. So that's exactly what that should be looking like there. But if you look at these ones, you can see that's not the case. We've got severe bulging going on. So I'm going to change these. Also, I'm actually going to change these three. Well, the reason why I'm going to change these out is quite simple. I just happen to have this voltage and this microfarad on hand here. So you know what? Might as well do these three as well. I have them. They're a little bit older. It'd be nice to do every one. But they all look to be in pretty good condition, even though they are
Excuse you. Focus. How you doing, DC?
Stephanie, I am Jada Nuts. Now, I really don't want to boots, do the same boots SpongeBob had on. But the crusty cry. What was that fly? The crusty cry. I ain't gonna be a bit long. I hate when people be asking me stupid ass questions, don't you think? Like people like, you got another baby on the way, like you ain't making a one a year right now. I ain't on the police today, bitch. About why were you speeding? Bitch, I was trying to get somewhere fast. I Jay, get to my favorite place to drive, the highway. That's where I want to live, in a highway. You know what I want to say to Jay?
Love you so much. You're such a good friend. Okay, so let's get to it. Pretty big tone. Look, I love this job, opportunity you gave me, but honestly, I'm sick of working. This is what I'm trying to have this baby
Oh, boy, some on it. A coochie little crook. Nick had all his child support in the boots.
Something amazing for DJ T-Rex, who won that game, man.
It was actually pretty close, but Nick spit the most, so the Black Star wins. Why not? Make some noise for him. Make some noise for Nick Boosie.
Look, Nick, seriously, like, I've been on here for so many seasons. It's like, wildin', wildin'. It's like, let me have your baby already so I can stop working. Let me tell y'all. Last time I was here, I had short hair. His baby mama had long hair. I was like, let me get long hair. Now he gets short hair. So it's like, which one do you want? What do I need to do to have a baby? Black, white, Puerto Rican, what? Impregnate me, man.
Hey, can I
What's crazy is we think Nick is this nice, kind guy. He helps us all with all these jobs. I heard him on the phone the other day, though. I heard your real self, the real Nick. When you called her, he's like, hello? Yeah. Yeah, look, heard you got some for the Is that why Casita smell like a seafood boil today? Just tell the truth. B. Simone took that wig off and turned into Little Meech from BMF.
Now, you already know I come up here every day and really tell people that I'm trying to get in shape. But my arms is a little weak, Nick. So, here's the deal. You spit the water out, I'm going to do some dips on stage right in front of everybody. Some dips. How many? I give you 2 in the possible.
2 in the
I
box.
give you 2 in the possible. 5. I'll give, all right, 5 dips. If you spit the water out, I'll do that in front of everybody. 1, 2, 3. I put my hands up on my hips.
This was really close, but Nick, you spit the most. So give it up for the Black Squad. Black Squad, voila.
Reginald. Oh, y'all didn't know that was his real name, Reginald? Oh, before I leave, real quick, Reginald. We got 7th Streeter here. And that's one of the most gangster names you ever, even though she's a singer, 7th Streeter is gangster. But I Googled her real name. It's Amber Denise. Yeah, it sounds like she worked at a white strip club. Coming to the stage. Put your hands together for Amber Denise. Hey guys, Mayday here. Now, we all know that WWE is predetermined. It's scripted entertainment. And there's a lot of tricks to the trade that they use in order to suspend your disbelief. In this video, I'm going to be sharing secrets from how did I hang myself on ring ropes and walk away unscathed? And of course, how did I go through glass without messing up this beautiful makeup-free face? You're going to learn a lot, so let's get into it. First, I'm going to show you how WWE wrestlers bleed. And huge disclaimer here. This is not a how-to video. This is not a go out and try this yourself. I was trained by professionals, and I have had practice doing this. You have not. So do not, I repeat, do not try this at home. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. As a WWE wrestler, one of the things you have to come to grips with is bleeding. But we don't call it bleeding, we call it getting color. But when you're in a match, how exactly do you get color? We call that a gig. And now I'm going to show you how I made gigs and where I would conceal them on my body so everyone in the stands and you at home never saw them until I needed them. Now, in order to make a gig, a WWE wrestler is going to need 3 things. And those things are tape,
razor, and I was taught to use the two-sided straight razors. And lastly, scissors. First, some guys don't like having this extra edge exposed. It's hit or miss. It depends on what you prefer. I always wanted to know exactly where that gig was, because if I needed it during a match, when the ref or when their attention wasn't on me and I was overselling or whatever and I was about to get color, it was always easy for me because I knew exactly where it was. I could take one, maybe two pieces of tape, slide them back, and there's my gig exposed right there. Now, other guys, they didn't want to have exposed edge. Other guys might use a gig that's this size right here, still with the exposed straight edge, but they didn't want to have it sticking out of their wrist tape. So what they would do was put it directly in the middle of their wrist, and usually with the exposed edge not facing the wrist. And then they would still take the one piece of tape, maybe two, something that they could get to easy during the match, and they would cover. I always preferred my gig with the tail just because it was easier. And I know Murphy's Law, if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. And I don't want to be the one that when I open it up, because in essence, you're opening up a piece of tape, and here's what's going to happen almost every time. That gig is going to stick to that tape just like that. So then you're ringside or wherever fumbling, trying to get this little piece off. I've even seen people take this and they can't pull it off, so they just literally, they just like jamming themselves with the tape piece attached to it, hoping that it works, hoping that they can get the color they need like that. I never wanted to fool with it like that. That's why I always used it with a tail. And I give credit to Easy Money during my time in HWA for teaching me that little trick. So once the cameras are off you, and once you find a secluded place, usually it's down ringside as close to the apron as you can get, and I'll tell you why in a second. You're going to take and you're going to open up, exposing that gig. You're going to take it off, and then it's a three-step process to get your color. Obviously, you're going to have your sharp edge, and you're going to hit, twist, and squeeze. Hit, twist, and squeeze. And what that's going to do, it's going to open up your capillaries, and you're going to start bleeding, and it's just going to provide for a good look. Once you got your color, once you're bleeding, you still have these. What do you do with them? Where do you put them? If you're down ringside by the apron, obviously the best thing, the easiest thing, the safest thing to do is to toss them under the apron. But rule of thumb, never ever toss them where a fan could get them, because obviously you don't want them cutting themselves. You don't want them to have anything that could hurt them in any way. If you're having to do it in the ring, you might call the ref over, and just as he comes over, try to safely pass it off to him, and he'll know exactly what you're doing, because you will have went over that earlier in the day. But your main goal is to just never let them get close to the fans. Obviously, we want to keep the secret out there as to how you got the color, but more importantly, you just don't want them hurt in any way. And now you know how WWE wrestlers get color. But again, disclaimer, do not do this at home. This is for educational, this is for entertainment purposes. I would train you will not. Please. Now, let's talk about the most famous WWE weapon, the steel chair. And I get asked all the time, on a weekly basis, how do you fake chair shots? And the simple answer is, you don't. That's why they're outlawed today. That's why you hardly ever see chair shots. We know a lot more today about concussions than we did even 20 years ago, so remember, be safe. When I'm asked about chair shots, people in essence always think that they are fake, they are gimmick, they are rigged in some way. And to be honest, they are not. They are real chairs. Here's where the secret about that lies, though. The chairs that are used, the chair that hit me over the head at the 2002 Royal Rumble, it's not the hardest chair available. It's a chair of a lesser aluminum, a lesser dense metal. So that's how you get the folding aspect of it. That's how when it hit me over the head, it formed around my head. But there's absolutely nothing fake about it. But on to a different chair shot I took, and actually one that there is a secret to. Also working with The Undertaker early in my career, after the Rumble, I found myself involved in a championship match with Chris Jericho. So go through the entire match, and at the end, Undertaker came out to ruin my night. I found myself on the outside of the ring with The Undertaker, a place I did not want to be, and he took a chair, put it up against my throat, reared me back, and jammed me down on it. To everyone, it looked absolutely devastating. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, going over with it during the day, it felt like it was going to be devastating until I learned the secret. The secret to that chair shot is holding the chair with both hands on either side. Because as I'm holding the chair, and he's rearing me back, Taker looks like he's keeping the chair pinned directly to my throat, when the whole time I'm the one controlling it. As he brings me down onto the ground, I'm controlling how close my neck actually gets to the top edge of that chair. And after impact, my throat never even hit the lip of that chair. And what really sold it, what really told the entire crowd and the people at home,
shop they took this to might not have even taken it apart. It wouldn't surprise me, because there's probably, you can only charge so much for something like this, because you can go buy a working used one for not too much. I don't know how much they go for. You know, broken ones like this one, I paid $40 for it, which is probably a little on the high side. You can get them for less than that on eBay. Oh yeah, these are really tight. I think they took her to a repair shop, and the repair shop probably didn't say they couldn't fix it. They probably said, we don't fix those. From a repair shop perspective, you could charge, you know, $200 for a PS5 HDMI port repair, or you could charge, I don't know what, maybe $20 to $40 to repair this, and probably this metal plate off, or a little bit better. This metal plate off